Cristiano Ronaldo's documentary became an instant hit. Fans around the world were captivated, not just by the fame or the trophies, but by the man behind it all. For years, the world had only seen one side of Cristiano, the confident, unstoppable superstar, the perfectionist who never seemed to falter. But through this documentary, people saw something entirely different, something real. They saw the tender moments between a father and his son, the quiet nights of reflection, and the endless hours of training behind closed doors. They saw the discipline, the sacrifice, and the heart that fueled his greatness. Everyone was shaken. The same man who looked untouchable on the pitch turned out to be humble, loving, and deeply emotional off it. It was a side of Cristiano that no one expected to see, and yet it made people admire him even more. Because beneath the global fame and the millions of fans, there was still that same boy from Madeira, driven by love, sacrifice, and the dream that started it all. 2016 was a remarkable year for Cristiano Ronaldo, a year of glory, heartbreak, and unshakable determination. It was the kind of year that tested not only his strength as a player, but his spirit as a man. He led both Real Madrid and the Portuguese national team to greatness. In the UEFA Champions League, Ronaldo was unstoppable, the top scorer once again with an astonishing 16 goals. He carried Real Madrid to yet another Champions League title, reminding the world why he was one of the greatest to ever play the game. Every goal, every celebration, every victory felt like destiny unfolding. But what came next would challenge him in a way that no trophy ever could. That same summer, Ronaldo led Portugal into the UEFA European Championship, a tournament that would define his legacy. Step by step, Portugal fought their way through, and soon they found themselves in the final, facing France, the host nation, the favourites, and a team packed with talent. The atmosphere was electric. Millions of eyes were glued to the screen. For Ronaldo, this was more than just a final. It was a dream to lift a trophy not just for himself, but for his country. But fate had other plans. Just 25 minutes into the match, disaster struck. After a heavy collision with Dimitri Payet, Ronaldo fell to the ground, clutching him. Eventually, reality hit him. He couldn't continue. The cameras captured a moment that would break every football fan's heart. Cristiano Ronaldo, sitting on the grass, tears streaming down his face. The warrior who had fought through everything, injuries, criticism, and doubt, was now forced to watch his dream slip away from the sidelines. He had suffered a grade 1 anterior cruciate ligament sprain in his left knee, and for the first time, his body said no. You could feel the weight of his heartbreak. This was supposed to be his moment, his redemption for Portugal, his legacy sealed. But instead, he sat on the bench, helpless, with tears in his eyes and a nation's hopes resting on the team he could no longer play for. Yet even in that moment of pain, Ronaldo's spirit didn't break. He refused to leave the game entirely. From the sidelines, he shouted, encouraged, and motivated his teammates, almost like a coach. Even injured, even hurting, he continued to lead, not with his feet this time, but with his heart. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and tell us in the comments which footballer's life you'd like us to cover next. And surely, with the roaring support of the fans and the love and spirit of their captain still echoing from the sidelines, destiny unfolded. In the 109th minute of extra time, Ederzito Antonio Macedo Lopez, known simply as Eder, struck the ball with pure precision. Time seemed to freeze for a moment, and then the stadium erupted. The ball hit the back of the net, 1-0 for Portugal. Ronaldo's tears didn't stop falling. This time, they weren't tears of pain. They were tears of pride, of relief, of a dream that refused to die. The air grew thick with tension. Every Portuguese fan held their breath, praying for the clock to move faster, praying for France not to find an equalizer. Every second felt like a lifetime. And then, the final whistle. Portugal was the champion of Europe. Ronaldo broke down crying, overcome with emotion. His teammates celebrated wildly, the stadium filled with the sound of cheers, and amidst all the chaos. The man who couldn't finish the match had still led them to victory. He cried openly, no longer holding back the emotions of years of struggle, heartbreak, and sacrifice. After the match, with tears still in his eyes, Ronaldo said, "No one believed in Portugal, but the truth is, we made it. All of us did it. I am very happy. This is one of the happiest days of my life." Forget the individual trophies. Forget the Champions League. This is one of the happiest moments of my life. I've cried 3 or 4 times already, and my brother had to tell me to calm down. It was more than just a trophy. For years, Portugal had come so close, but never crossed the finish line. Until now. As he stood on the podium, lifting the European Championship trophy high above his head, the tears continued to fall. But this time, they were tears of fulfillment. In the crowd, his son Cristiano Jr. watched with wide, proud eyes. The dream that started decades ago, a poor boy from Madeira wanting to make his family proud, had finally reached its peak. He wasn't just a champion for Real Madrid, he was a champion for Portugal. And in that moment, as he held the trophy close and smiled through the tears, Cristiano Ronaldo had never looked happier. But Ronaldo's success wasn't limited to the football pitch. His personal life, which had often been filled with chaotic relationships, was about to take a beautiful turn. It all began in Madrid. One ordinary day, Cristiano walked into a Gucci store, and there she was, Georgina Rodríguez. She was working there at the time, completely unaware that this encounter would change both of their lives forever. For Ronaldo, it was love at first sight. He later described the moment as magical, saying that something about her calm energy instantly drew him in. A short while later, fate brought them together again at an event in Madrid. This time they spoke, really spoke, and there was an instant connection, the kind of chemistry that words can't explain. They talked for hours, and even though both came from completely different worlds, they shared something real. After months of subtle exchanges and growing closeness, Ronaldo finally decided to take the next step. With his usual confidence but a touch of shyness, he asked, "Gio, do you want to come to dinner?" Georgina smiled and replied, "Of course, the time has come." That single moment marked the start of a love story that would soon become one of the most talked about relationships in the world. From that night on, things began to change. What started as quiet dinners and private moments soon blossomed into a deep, genuine connection. One built not on fame or glamour, but on trust, warmth, and understanding. For the first time in a long time, Ronaldo found peace not on the pitch, but in someone's presence. And with Georgina, he had found the woman who would stand by him through it all.